Welcome to the Comics Experiment. My name is Benny. This is my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Dan.
Aww.
And this is that guy named Andy. We come to you every Saturday right here at YouTube, where we talk about random things happening in the comic book world, and we like to spitball and theory craft. Today we're going to talk about Batman casting news, and then we're going to talk about what an evil Justice League from Tales of the Multiverse may possibly consist of. Yes. This show is aired live at twitch.tv/Comicstorian every Thursday at about 2 p.m. Eastern. We get the pre-show going at 2 p.m. The real show starts at about 2:30 p.m. Eastern. It's normally followed by our 3 Beers and a Topic show, where we drink beer and talk about stuff, which also goes up on my personal channel. You can also find this early access over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where if you enjoy this show and you enjoy many of the other podcasts that we do about 5 of them, from a comic book review show to a TV review show to doing this show right here, a conspiracy cast, and we do our 3 Beers show, plus all the new ones coming out like Absolute Comics and the Unnecessary Podcast. I think that's what we're calling it. No, maybe. I don't know. It's a show I'm doing with Ryan. I'm thinking of that name, but I think that might be actually somebody else's podcast that I just gave some promotion to. But either way, if you want to show your support for the things that we do here, you can join us at patreon.com/Comicstorian. And this particular episode is also brought to you by our awesome and amazing sponsor, Butcher Box, where you can get great quality meats sent directly to your house. And I'll tell you a little bit more about them in the middle of today's program. Wow, I did. That was the first.
That was surprisingly impressive. That was, that was impressive.
Yeah.
It's the first time for everything.
Maybe he's running a fever.
Actually, I am not feeling well today, which is why today's topic is a little all over the place.
You should probably like poison him more often.
Is that what's been going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
that would actually make sense if you were poisoning me, Andy.
Why?
Because I'm feeling run down all the time lately, and I actually have all of the people on the team. You're the one that brags you don't need this job, so you would be the one to poison me because you'd find it funny.
I could see that.
Just out of sheer
the sheer humor of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I should stop.
It doesn't sound out of character. I would have gone with your wife trying to poison you.
No. I don't think she would poison me.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Depends on the day. Depends on the day.
That is very true. All right, so not much to ramble or go on about this week. We're actually gonna have a little bit of shorter episode.
Find something to ramble on.
I legitimately have so many things going on. I don't feel well. It's not that I'm actually sick. I'm run down. I'm buried into the ground. But it's the Batman casting news. We have to talk about this.
Yes, we do.
And then we decided what we would do is we would talk about the Tales of the Multiverse. Because the
dark multiverse.
Did you come up with that theory, or did you read it somewhere?
If it's out there, it's out there, but I came up with it without knowing it's out there.
I think we were talking about it on the show, on the review show. However, Joker or Batman Who Laughs is creating a dark Justice League
yes.
of his infected people. As far as I understand it, the actual members don't come from the dark multiverse.
No, because it's like Shazam and Dano.
Yeah.
So my theory was that essentially they're going through with all the huge events that have happened in DC,
have a dark Justice
but it goes in a dark direction. Like the death of Superman, Lois Lane went insane.
Would you call her Superwoman?
No, she's called the Eradicator.
Oh yeah,
that's
right.
She goes by. Yeah,
she goes by Eradicator. That's cool.
Because she eradicates.
So, okay.
Yes, that was my theory, because Blackest Night is the next one, which I'm expecting, and then to get a Hal Jordan.
Okay, well, let's
Black Lantern.
You guys just want to talk about that before the Batman? Let's do Batman casting, then we'll come back to this. Okay. Because I want to get your theories on Blackest Night. This episode should be up before that issue drops. So
yes.
Well, if this episode does not come out in 2 days.
This is true.
Then we had some real.
And we got some weird stuff going on at the channel.
It's like Blackest Night isn't coming out for like 2 months. We're like, we couldn't get it out in time.
All right, so Batman casting news. Now, have you heard all of this, Andy? Did I post on Instagram?
You've been posting about it on Instagram.
For those guys who don't know, Andy runs our Instagram. So
when I forget a day, I don't know what to
That's the day it was Benny supposed to do it.
That was the day it was Benny.
Well, it's just funny because I'll ask Andy like, hey, did you check?
Did you see him? Like, yeah, you posted it on Instagram earlier, actually.
I have a personal Instagram. It's called Benny's Adventure.
I don't do that one.
And I actually follow Comicstorian, but I follow a lot of other things. So it's, buried.
You follow yourself?
I did. Well, I got to see when you post. And then I don't see it anyway.
And he doesn't see when you post.
I don't. So, okay. Anyway, So they're going with the Batman casting. We are okay. Let's go with the ones we already know are confirmed.
Yes.
Okay. We know Robert Pattinson.
I had no
Yes.
idea.
He's getting in shape. He's going to sparkle
Yep.
less.
Which small little thing about that, apparently Jason Momoa came out being like, no, I doubt Ben Affleck would care if he came on to be Batman.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I definitely wouldn't
Ben
care.
Affleck,
Yeah.
is, as far as we've all
they
seen,
never care. They're never like nobody's ever just like,
was-
what the hell?
More for the
apparently-
recasting
nope.
of with keeping some but losing others.
I don't
It's
know how
weird.
true this is, and I did not read the article, but I believe it because it's Jared Leto. Apparently, Jared Leto was like,
he was upset.
yeah, like what the hell?
when he got replaced as
Yeah, by
Joker.
Joaquin
Oh,
Phoenix.
I bet.
Because they keep claiming like, no, you're still the in canon Joker.
Yeah.
You're Suicide Squad Joker.
He apparently.
It's all you're ever
I
gonna
read
be.
some
I'm
article where
sorry.
they were saying like he tried to have that movie shut down. I doubt that's true. He probably was a little put out that they were like, we're doing a Joker movie, but you're not going to be in it.
Probably because he was
it's
like,
gonna be
no,
very
give me a
indie.
chance to redeem myself
yeah.
because
Yeah.
I did what you told me to do, but people didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So anyway, Robert Pattinson
unfortunate.
is going to take up the role.
It's going to be weird seeing him like jacked up for Batman because he's always such a scrawny guy.
well,
Hold on. Did they confirm that he's being a Bruce Wayne Batman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. For some reason, my head was thinking he would be a great Dick Grayson Batman.
he would be, I think.
Like he's got the slight
disagree.
younger look,
I disagree.
but however, it could be Batman.
and he's a big Nightwing fan.
I'm a big Nightwing
He
fan. I
really
could
liked
not
Rick
see-
Grayson.
I
That's
could
his
not- I
favorite
did. It's
story
my
of all
favorite
time.
version. I could not see Robert Pattinson as Nightwing, honestly.
Well, Batman.
I could-
Dick Grayson. There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean,
if we had
yeah,
kept Affleck as Batman,
I could see
Yeah.
maybe.
But as far as the scrawniness, I mean, if you think about it, Christian Bale was scrawny as heck.
yeah.
Yeah,
in
no,
Machinist.
that's what I'm saying. But you've never seen Robert Pattinson jacked up.
Well, we didn't see
I
Christian
think
Bale
that
at that
would
time.
be.
It was
No,
only
he was
scrawny.
big in something else.
Was he?
Yeah, he was kind of buff in something else. I forget what.
But he was very recently like super
But yeah, he was, like,
skinny
super
for
skinny.
that like
Yeah, yeah.
drug addict movie or
Okay.
something.
Jeffrey Wright is going to be Commissioner Gordon.
I'm gonna need to see a picture.
He's the actor from Westworld. I know him. He's the guy, without spoiling, you remember Westworld?
Yeah.
The conclusion of the first season, the character that you didn't think was actually a robot, but turned out to be a robot?
Okay, don't pull an Andy.
No, we're like 3 seasons into Westworld, so this is like way old at this point. I'm pulling him up, don't worry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just still not up on the name.
You know, as soon as you see the picture, you're going to be like,
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
it's like you're going to
yeah,
know
yeah.
him as soon as you see it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Wait a second.
It's
Is that
decent
the guy
casting.
from Fresh Prince.
no.
The Fresh Prince guy.
The oh my God,
I don't know who you are thinking of.
Jazz?
No, that was Will
No,
Smith.
no, no,
He's
no,
gonna
no.
be in,
Maybe I'm not thinking-
Bad Boys 3 in January.
no, it's
Which new trailer
Maybe
dropped?
it's not Fresh Prince. It's a teacher from some show.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Sinbad.
Look at you just naming every black comedy.
I know, you're going
He's
racist.
going with it. He's that one guy from that one show. I was trying to lean into Dan's racism.
It was
Dan is not racist.
that was a very mild.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, this goes on the internet, Andy. I actually don't
he
know who
looks
you're
like
talking
a
about.
teacher from something.
What's his
Honestly,
name?
I don't
yeah,
know.
what's his
Are
name?
you thinking of the teacher in the current show, Goldberg's?
I don't know what I'm thinking. What's
that's
his
Tim
name?
Meadows.
Oh, that's
What's
Tim
his name?
Meadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they kind of do look similar.
Are you thinking Tim Meadows?
The beard, yeah.
Look up Tim Meadows. He's the teacher in a show that's airing right now.
Meadows?
Yeah. He's hilarious.
Maybe that's
He would
who-
make a hilarious.
Oh my God, that is who I'm thinking. of.
I could say with the beard, he does kind of
What
look
a-
similar.
Oh yeah. Okay, I know where. There's another guy I'm also thinking of, but whatever.
Okay.
That yeah.
So anyway, the next person on the list is confirmed. We already know they're happening.
Yes.
Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle.
I think that's a
Catwoman.
good
Yes,
choice, honestly.
I think that one's a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't until I realized what I've seen her in. And I'm like, she's incredible in the stuff I've seen her in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
she's a very good actress.
When I first heard her name, I guess in her previous roles, I never knew who she was. So when I heard Kravitz, I'm like, oh, great. They just got someone who's famous because, you know what I mean? And they're just going to give him a free role and we're going to get a crappy situation again.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, no, wait. I watched all the movies that she's in, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say
What else
she's
is she
Like, she's
been
actually
in?
good at this.
she's not like a singer or anything to my knowledge.
No. And that's what I was thinking in my head
Yeah, 'cause you're
when I heard
Kravitz. Yeah,
Zoe
yeah.
Kravitz. What am I, it's
Right.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny
right?
Kravitz, his father.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was trying to think if it was Lenny, but then I was thinking Lenny Kravitz, and I was thinking Lenny from Simpsons. I don't know why.
Ben's mind that casted Lenny from Simpsons to play his Catwoman.
I don't know. I won't lie.
Anyway.
So I'm gonna say right now, I am horrible with names.
That is
So
true,
all
you
these
are.
people that you keep mentioning, yeah.
Okay, well,
that is a person.
Recently, Zoe Kravitz was in Fantastic Beasts.
Yes.
And she's also Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie.
That is true.
Okay.
And she was also in Mad Max. I believe she was in one of the X-Men movies.
I think I'm gonna look her full roster up.
You know
now.
what? I'm just gonna open
just
up my
Google
phone
people.
and
But,
look
but
at
once
who
I
we're talking
realized
about.
that she's an actress and
Yeah.
she's not just, well, my daddy's famous, so I got a role in a Batman movie,
Right.
which is what I initially
Right.
She's actually
thought.
a very good actor. I think
Yeah.
that's a good choice for Catwoman.
Yeah, no, she looks the role, and what I've seen her in, she acts the role, so I think we'll be doing fine. X-Men First Class.
Yeah,
she was in Divergence. She was in Mad Max Fury Road.
She plays one of the
Then she was in Harry Potter. That's where I remembered her from.
Oh, she was also Mary Jane in Into the Spider-Verse.
She was Mary Jane.
Mary Jane in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
She's in the Lego Batman movie. She was
I
in
think I know who
Dope,
she is
which I
now.
saw and loved.
Okay, I know who she is
Wait,
now.
was Dope the one I
Just
saw and loved? Hold on.
keep your phone out to be
Oh, I
safe,
will.
so we-
I'm gonna
Yes,
be going through.
I saw
and-
Dope and loved that. Okay. I saw it.
Would you say it was dope?
Don't.
No, it was a pretty good movie, though.
So much.
Huh? Nobody?
Okay. I'm ready
But
for
yeah,
the
she's
next one.
basically she's an actual actress.
Yeah.
So once I realized that, and I was like, and I've also seen her
Right.
in a lot of her roles, which in my opinion makes for a very good actress if they're so absorbed into the role, and you don't really pinpoint them. It's a
Right.
problem I have with a lot of the famous people that we're about to start naming off. You don't see them in the roles; you see them as the individual.
Yes. You see them as their previous roles,
Yes.
and it's hard to picture them in this new role, which a lot of people just go, well, clearly it's that role in this movie. And it's like, no, they do a lot of prep to be a different kind of.
Well, I was gonna say
like,
that's always happened in the past, like Heath Ledger Joker,
Well,
Michael Keaton Batman.
A
Nobody liked
lot
that.
of people like to bring up Heath Ledger Joker because when I tweeted out, I'm like, "What do you guys think of this?" And everyone's like, "Well, Heath Ledger Joker." worked."
yeah.
For the record, all of these castings could work out.
Oh, yeah.
Heath Ledger though was just known as rom-coms. He didn't have the problem with the actors that I have a problem with, and Matthew
in A Knight's
McConaughey
Tale,
is one of the
first of all,
ones.
yes.
I don't believe he's fully confirmed. I think he's in talks for the role. Matthew McConaughey.
oh, for Two-Face?
Two-Face.
Yep.
But he's one of the problematic actors for me because he's like Tom Cruise and he's even like The Rock. You don't get whatever role they're in. We get Tom Cruise, we get The Rock, we get Matthew
So Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey is like Two-Face is gonna be like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
He
like,
goes, I'll flip.
and those are the. That would be hilarious.
That would be actually really funny. That would be awesome.
But those are the like people would assume that I have a lot more problems with kind of like no name actors and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
seriously, what's your problem, dude?
Like Robert
jeez.
Pattinson was only known for Twilight, and then he did a bunch of indie roles, and he was great at them.
Right. But he was only known for Twilight.
Right, but you can't picture him as being like, oh, he only acts like Robert Pattinson. Tom Cruise acts like Tom Cruise.
Yes.
The Rock acts like The Rock. And that's what makes The Rock's movies great, because he is just big, muscular,
Yeah.
goofy guy. You know, and that's why his stuff is good. And Matthew McConaughey just acts like a crazy guy. Matthew McConaughey. Have you not seen his personal stuff?
Everything I've seen him in, he's never a crazy guy.
No. Real Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, I don't really pay
He
attention to real people.
is crazy.
I was not aware of that,
Oh,
actually.
I was
he
gonna say,
is-
I don't usually like pay attention to people's
So
personal lives.
I
honestly.
knew that so Matthew McConaughey is currently talks to me at the Two-Face, but I knew he was like a little off. He's very known as an arrogant actor. He feels like he knows the answers to everything. Come to him for advice on everything in the world, but he doesn't give any advice. It's a lot of like second guessing. But recently, H3H3 Ethan Klein pulled up Matthew McConaughey's new Instagram.
Oh, God.
Where it's supposed to be a cut into his life.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
And he is just insane. He's like he opens up with one of them and he's like, I don't really want to give you a monologue, but I do want a monologue, but I don't want to have the discussion two-way, but that's the whole point of having a discussion two-way. And I want you to walk away from my monologue and my dialogue with a discussion about the M and the E as you're going for a walk on your own time. And this is supposed to be him, like real him.
that was not a very good impression.
No.
I'll show you and you'll see exactly what I'm talking
Well, let's not watch that on the
we'll watch
Okay,
that
all right,
later.
all right.
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's still funny though.
I don't know why, but for some reason, when you were saying that, him being crazy, like actually crazy,
Like really
my head
crazy,
was starting
yeah.
to think Two-Face, and I'm like, Charlie Sheen would be a great Two-Face.
Yes, he would. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's where we're going to go with this. So the people that are in talks, who would we fan
Yes.
cast into these roles? So Matthew McConaughey is currently in talks to play Two-Face.
We still had other people in that list.
I know,
you
I'm going
didn't-
down it,
Oh.
but we're going to. But if you let's say he backs out, who do you think would be a good Charlie Sheen?
100%.
He wouldn't even need the
Charlie
makeup.
Sheen. No,
You could just do like the Gollum thing, or like talking to himself.
it would like he would just be
I just
so
want him to-
perfect for it.
I just want his origin to somehow be based around tiger's blood.
He would say that at some point.
Yeah.
In one of his riddles.
Probably.
They let Charlie
In one of his
Sheen-
riddles?
I'm sorry, because this is Riddler on the screen. That's why I went there. Because I feel like they wouldn't even have him write, or they wouldn't write.
Oh
him
no,
any
they would
dialogue,
just give him
let
the
go.
lines,
Yeah.
and and they're just like, you decide which half is saying these lines.
Yeah.
Who would you put in that role if you were if you had to pick
Two-Face.
Two-Face?
I need to pick Two-Face. I don't know. I'll have to think about it a little bit more. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. Matthew McConaughey.
See, now,
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Yeah, so we'll go from one of them.
Well, CGI half of Tom Cruise and half of Matthew McConaughey.
That's the Two-Face.
That's the Two-Face.
No. I feel like that would be the one where it would be Charlie Sheen because he looks like a crazy Tom Cruise.
A little bit, yeah, actually.
Well, anyway, I'm really bad because a lot of people have to go, who's your fan casting for a movie? And I'm terrible at these because I don't know people's names 90% of the time.
Trust me, I'm Charlie Sheen. Like I'm going to cast him for everything now, so I can't think of other
Like
names.
Michael Cera, Andy?
Oh, genius. Yeah, you know who would make a perfect Two-Face? Michael Cera.
Like, that's the issue with Zoe
No
Kravitz. When I finally hear somebody's name, a lot of times I don't know what they're associated
Yeah.
with. And I just go, oh, what?
That's why
what
I
is
got IMDb right here.
it? Exactly. A lot of times I have to look this
Catwoman.
up. For me, though,
Cera.
I would take the Two-Face in a weird direction. I'd go Jack Black.
Ooh. See, I would put
He already
him.
kind of talks to himself.
I think he would actually be a better Penguin.
Yeah, I would go like Penguin.
But he would make Penguin comical.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But like in a creepy way, I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
Jack
yeah,
Black
yeah.
would be able to do that.
Jack Black can do serious. He was serious in King Kong
And he was in School of Rock.
and School of Rock. Well, he was still kind of goofy. Yeah, he was a little more serious, I guess.
And he was really serious in Jumanji.
Oh,
is true.
incredibly so.
That is true.
All right, so that's our fan casting on the Two-Face role. Next up, we have Paul Dano as the Riddler. He's a confirmed role.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this one too. Actually, I don't.
I actually know nothing that this guy has been in, but everyone, when I mention Paul Dano, they're like, oh, no, he's great. And I'm like, what was he in? So, Paul,
Oh yeah, no, he's actually a really good actor.
Is
Yeah,
he?
I've seen him in a few things.
I might.
I like
was
that.
in
That's
Little
actually
Miss
a really
Sunshine.
Good, that's a really good choice.
Swiss.
actually.
Oh, he was the guy in Swiss Army Man. I have seen him in a movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a good actor. I like that. That's a decent choice.
A lot of his movies are indie movies. I don't recognize a lot of these.
Definitely
From
not
title
your-
alone, I recognize 12 Years a Slave and Looper. I remember
saw
Looper.
Yeah. I was, he's
Cowboys and Aliens.
fantastic role in that movie. I don't care what anyone says. I like that movie. Yeah, he's definitely one of those like lower.
Oh, Little Miss Sunshine. I
Not
saw
lower.
that.
Yeah,
tier
that's the one
actors,
that
but
I
he's definitely
recognize
not
him
like
from.
your big.
He's in a lot of them, though.
Yeah, but he's definitely like he's usually in like side parts.
Yeah. So he's going to be the Riddler?
Yep.
You know, he does kind of give me a vibe of like the guy
Edward
who played the Riddler on the Gotham show.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like he kind of gives me that. I could see him being pretty good. I'm trying to picture him in a green suit and a hat. And I think he could pull it off.
Yeah.
I think he
Okay,
could.
so our next not confirmed but in heavy talks discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
Which I honestly think is a very weird choice.
I think it is too.
I feel
Especially
like-
when most people are going to think Danny DeVito or
Would be
every
fantastic.
portrayal of the Penguin as a short, fat guy.
See, I feel like
I mean, that mostly stemmed from Batman Returns, though.
But either way,
He was stuck as that like short, deformed, fat guy because
Right.
of that movie.
I feel like the only reason Colin Farrell's even getting a true shot at this, other than like they just want Colin Farrell's name attached to it,
Right.
is because of the show Gotham. Now, a lot of people like to assume Gotham was a terrible show that didn't get views, but it
I actually
wasn't.
really like
It
that.
Yeah, it
went for
wasn't
6
that
seasons,
bad.
and here's the reason why it got to survive until it gained an audience. Because if you watch the first 2 seasons, it was all over the place as they trying to find
Oh,
what it was
very
about.
much so.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had a lucrative deal with Netflix that they would be the only station that could like syndicate it or something like that.
Okay.
And it was either Netflix or Hulu. It was one of those.
No,
and
it's on Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was one of those deals where like the show existed in the early phases where they were figuring it out because it had this lucrative backdoor deal.
Gotcha.
And then by the time that was ending, they had such an audience because even I liked it towards the end.
Yeah,
Right.
you know?
You know?
Yeah, I enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
But I feel like the only reason Colin Farrell's getting considered is because what was that actor's name that played Penguin?
I don't remember his name, but he was really good as Penguin.
Yeah, he
And
was.
was a tall, skinny guy.
Okay. So a little reverse
Until the very last episode.
of what we have been doing
actually
of the instead of who would we cast for Penguin, because I feel
Robin
Colin
Taylor.
Farrell would be great for the Batman universe, just not as the Penguin. And I'm trying to think of what role.
Two-Face.
he would be great. I could see him as Two-Face. I could see him as Batman, to be honest.
You know who should play Penguin? Michael Cera.
As Michael Cera?
As Michael Cera.
You know what? Okay, if you're going to do Penguin as Michael Cera, then I'm going to do...
Michael Cera's Penguin.
But it would be Danny DeVito. He would be the
what's
better
the big
Penguin.
fat stoner guy that makes all the movies
Seth
now?
Rogen.
Yes.
Seth Rogen. He's like, I got you, Batman.
I told you, I don't have actors' names down. I never do.
I know
the big fat stoner guy, and you immediately went Seth
He's not
Rogen.
even really fat anymore.
He's
No,
not.
but he knew exactly who I was
I know
talking
exactly
about.
who you're talking about. I know comedians I tend to know the names of because that's like my area.
Yeah.
If it's anything serious, you lost me.
Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith plays Penguin.
He could do it.
Ooh, I could see that
He
actually.
would be a good. But he
And
would
then as the
ramble-
Riddler is
he
Jay.
would ramble incessantly.
It's literally Jay
I would
and Silent-
watch that movie.
I would too.
I would watch
Jay
that
and
movie.
Silent Bob are the Riddler and Penguin.
I would watch that
They've already
movie.
got the friendship.
I would watch it.
That'd be fantastic. Oh my
honestly see that
gosh. Okay.
I would see that movie several times in theaters.
I would too.
I like our chat on Twitch here stating that
3D.
Colin Farrell should be Deadshot because he was Bullseye in the Daredevil movie.
Oh, I actually didn't think of that.
I forgot he was in that movie. He had like a bald cap on. It was hilarious.
So, okay, next up, and this one I found a bit weird until you look at current pictures of him.
I would say honestly, this is a really good casting choice.
Well, who is
it's
it,
one
Andy?
of those things I would not think of, and then when they say it, I immediately am like, that is awesome. This is a
Right.
great idea.
Okay, who is who?
Andy Serkis.
Oh, yes.
as
so
Alfred Pennyworth.
We were
He's-
talking about this earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
He's
that would
best
be
known as
great.
Golem.
Yep.
Gollum.
Gollum.
Yeah, I thought that
about
was
to
a
flip
little
this
weird
table.
too.
All right.
Welcome to the
Something
fourth
sounded-
age. It's Golem now.
Jesus.
I see. He is
He also
the
played as
perfect.
King Klong.
Never Queen Kwong.
And he was what was it? What was it?
Ulysses Claw in that one.
Ulysses
Yeah, he was
Claw.
Claw.
He's the
playing it-
director for Venom 2 now.
he
I'm
was a Planet
surprised
on the
you
Apes.
went with Gollum instead of Claw from Black Panther, which I consider
Well,
him
Gollum
more well
is-
known.
And he's also Caesar
But
from the Planet
I
of
would
the Apes
say
movies.
he's more well known for it in terms of if you were to look at the
that's
actor
true.
and
Yeah, you
see him
him,
as
yeah.
that actor.
Yeah.
Because in Gollum, he's
He
not.
played Caesar in Planet of the
I
Apes.
named that, but you guys have to
I
know
wasn't
again.
Yeah. I think he would be a great MI6 Alfred.
Yeah,
I
when
can
they
see it.
first announced it,
Just picture him with a shotgun waiting for Batman to
That's how
turn
I
like in
always
Deceased. He
picture
would be
Alfred.
perfect.
well, initially when they announced it, and by the way, this is another one of those he's in talks situations
Yes,
as of this
it is.
episode.
Yeah,
Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, I was like, no way. But when you look up current pictures of him, as long as you allow him to keep the beard, I mean, even without
Yeah.
the beard, he looks the right age now. He looks like the
Yes.
MI6 Alfred, which would be a great portrayal for Alfred because this, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be early years Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is supposed to be like an
So
earlier-
Alfred's not
earlier
going to
version.
be,
Right.
Michael Caine age.
Yeah.
So
Plus, I feel like a lot of people write him off currently because they have Claw in their head. And the crazy nature of Claw from Black Panther is so contrast to Alfred Pennyworth that I think a lot of people are seeing that and they're going, that doesn't seem right.
but you know what does seem right, Dan? The portal to the
He's
Adverse.
gonna do this thing.
Today's podcast is sponsored by ButcherBox. Are you a huge fan of eating meat like I am? Well, when it comes to meat, quality matters, and not everyone has convenient access to high-quality meat. But ButcherBox is here to fix that for you by bringing it straight to your door. Every month, ButcherBox ships a curated selection of 9 to 11 pounds of high-quality meat right to you. That's enough for 24 individual meals for about $6 a meal. You can customize what comes in your box or go with one of theirs. To keep fresh, all meat is packed fresh, shipped frozen, and vacuum sealed. So it stays fresh all the way to your door. ButcherBox is the most affordable and convenient way to get healthy, humanely raised, high-quality meat. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, now's the perfect time to give ButcherBox a try. Sign up today and get a free turkey plus $20 off your first box. Just go to butcherbox.com/comics or enter the promo code comics at checkout. That's butcherbox.com/comics or enter the promo code comics at checkout for a free turkey and $20 off your first box. All right, Andy.
What?
We have to combine our Wonder Twins powers and close this. Form of water.
Oh, good. I get to be the animal one. Whew. I thought I was gonna have to be a bucket of ice water.
You didn't name an animal.
Oh, form of big ass eagle.
Not just eagle.
Big ass eagle.
Be sure to check out our sponsor, though.
The worst part is I didn't want to go with water, but I couldn't think of one
I
of
know
the animals.
that's hilarious. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to be a bucket of water. This is bullshit.
I was like,
The worst
poor
part,
Bob,
he rarely even has a bucket. He's just a puddle of water on the ground.
you're ever in the current Wonder Twins books? Is he still?
He's like actually crying.
Yeah, I was just so stumped. I don't remember the Wonder Twins.
Ben's like, what is an animal that lives on the planet Earth? I got nothing, guys. Bucket of water.
Yes, he is still. He does still
only
become
water-based
water.
things.
Yes.
Didn't you say they gave a reason behind that finally?
I think they did, but I can't even remember.
All right, back on track here. That doesn't involve us turning into water and big ass eagle.
See,
Form of swig of mouthwash.
I remember this like
a full bottle.
I just remember one of those like I don't remember where it was. It was a comic though, but it was like the Wonder Twins and Wonder Woman. And they're like one of them is like, where's Wonder Woman at? And the other one's like, oh, she's taking a bath. And the other guy's
Lord.
like,
oh God.
oh, I know. I was the water.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway, Batman casting, right? That's what we're doing
That
today?
feels like the
Yes.
Wonder Twins if they were in the boys universe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
that would be the
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Twins in the boys universe. Okay,
The dark multiverse edition.
the dark multiverse.
Yeah.
They're just everyone's water supply. You know what I find funny about this listing here of castings? They only gave pictures to Zoe Kravitz and Robert Pattinson. Like,
They're probably the two biggest on this list.
bet.
yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But okay, so we're gonna go to a different page because Polygon 3 hours ago. They claimed, for the record, that Colin Farrell was actually cast officially. Whether or not he is, I don't know. At the time of us discussing doing this episode, he was
As far as I know, it was still he was still
consideration.
under consideration.
Yeah.
Or he was in talks.
Yes.
But what they didn't mention is we
Consideration
already
makes it
talked
sound like
about this,
they
but
don't
they
know
didn't have
about
on their list Matthew McConaughey. Did he already drop
I didn't
out?
hear about the Matthew McConaughey.
I actually
thing at
didn't
all.
either. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if that was just like someone making up a rumor and then
Maybe.
it just.
No,
up.
it was all over headlines. And if you
Well,
may,
that doesn't-
yeah, I was like,
that
maybe you're
doesn't mean
right.
it
Yeah.
Someone made up a
The
rumor.
internet is not very reliable.
let me explain you how the internet works.
I have no idea. Yeah, he's not mentioned anywhere, so maybe that was just a rumor that got kind
Yeah.
of burned real quick. Or maybe he was like, no, I got to talk about the M and the
I mean,
E.
I wouldn't be surprised because the whoever was like in the rumor to be Kate Bishop, that didn't happen. She backed out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that could have been it too.
yeah.
And he might still be in it, but I mean, it's Two-Face, who's also Harvey Dent. Could
Yes.
very
So
easily
it
be
could just be like a quick Harvey
cameo,
Dent
and they're
thing.
setting up a potential future video
Exactly,
movie,
yeah.
and like, yeah, we got Matthew McConaughey, but he's not like a starring role,
Right.
So
He's just
know.
in the background.
yeah.
And at one point, he sees Batman and just goes, "All right."
So who knows? We'll find out later. Though. So, okay, what do you guys think of these casting choices? Because some of these are pretty big names.
I don't like the Penguin. The rest I'm okay with.
you don't
But
think?
see, I mean,
The Penguin, I feel, is such a specific role that I feel like it's one of those ones that regardless of who you cast, if it's not Danny DeVito, you can't
I don't
picture
think
it in
Danny
the
DeVito
role.
There it
would
is.
make a good Penguin. Honestly, I really don't.
Yeah, so Matthew McConaughey has been eyed to be cast in the Batman. So it's
He's eyed to be casting for Batman. He's the one picking people. Matthew McConaughey, will you cast Batman for us real quick? He's like, all right.
My point being, I feel like Penguin is one of those roles that until they're like in the makeup, in the role, it's hard to picture.
Yeah.
See,
but
just like Heath Ledger Joker, before he was in the makeup and in the role, it was very hard to picture anyone as that.
Right, yeah.
And I feel like the Penguin's kind of the same
But
way.
I mean,
so
honestly,
I'm having
I-
trouble just.
so
I
here's
think Colin Farrell's a decent actor. I think he could.
Oh
do
yeah,
a
I'm not
decent
saying
job.
he's a bad actor.
Yeah.
I'm just
he's
saying
been out of
it's
acting for a little while, hasn't he?
an interesting
No, he
one.
appears in some things, just not like crazy.
I know
he's just in Dumbo.
mostly-
he blew up like
Yeah,
crazy.
he's just in Dumbo. Yeah.
He blew
He
up like
played the
crazy
elephant.
and then got a bad reputation as being a difficult actor to work with. And then like, I didn't.
Well, I guess at one point he did go to like
Interesting.
rehab and stuff like that.
Oh, did he?
I
Okay.
knew about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to rehab. I think.
Dumbo, yeah.
was like,
Batman
he's-
pre-production. Oh, he's actually. Oh, it's rumored. Okay, they got it listed as a rumor still on IMDb. North Water, a TV miniseries. Voyagers, After Yang. So it looks to me like he went into the indie market after his
Yeah.
rehab situation because he's been active.
He was in Fantastic Beasts.
Well, yeah,
I
but
feel
didn't they
like
fire him already
everyone
too?
we've gone
No,
through
he,
has
like-
been in Fantastic Beasts.
Everybody's been in Fantastic Beasts. Robert Pattinson, Fantastic Beasts.
Well, he was in Harry Potter.
Fantastic.
Actually,
He was in Harry Potter.
I
That's
think
right.
all of these people were in something Harry Potter related.
What was that movie that he was
I
in
mean,
where he was
Matthew
stuck in a phone
McConaughey was
booth?
Dumbledore.
I would say.
Okay, that would be
What was that movie that he was in where he was stuck in a phone booth?
It's called Phone Booth.
There it is. Yeah, phone booth. I couldn't find it. That's how I was like, what is it
What's
called?
the movie? He's in a phone booth the whole time. Was it called Phone Booth? No, that wasn't it. But he's in the phone booth, right? And he's on the phone.
I like phone booth. I thought it was a pretty good idea.
There's one with like the sniper was
The
watching
sniper was
him, though.
pinning him down so he couldn't get out of the phone booth.
And he was in a glass case of emotion.
In a glass case. Milk was a bad choice.
Are you okay there?
It's from
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
All right.
A little disappointed in him.
So okay. So are we on board? Are we against this?
I mean, I'm
okay with actually
at
a
this
good number
point,
of those.
There have been so many casting where people are like, "This is going to be awful,"
Yeah.
and then it turns out awesome.
Yeah.
Right.
That I'm completely fine with it. I will wait for the performance to judge.
Yes.
Well, that was my entire argument when they announced Robert Pattinson. Everyone's freaking
Right.
out, and I'm like, look, the guy's been in a bunch of indie movies none of you saw.
Yeah.
Now,
But
if
he-
Batman comes out sparkling, I'm gonna have an issue.
Batman, dude, what are you gonna do if Catwoman shows up and she's like, Batman, why do you only operate at night? And the sun comes up and he's like, because I'm a monster.
That would be hilarious.
that would
The whole
be great.
it's actually Twilight. They just retell Twilight, right? But it's Batman. So instead of a vampire, he's a vigilante. Catwoman is still a high school girl. For reasons. I don't know why. I'm just saying.
And it's being played by Kristen Stewart.
yeah.
Kristen
Somebody
Stewart
did
as
say that
Catwoman.
when they did cast Robert Pattinson, people were like, they gotta cast Kristen Stewart as Catwoman. I'm like, no, that would be so dumb.
she can't.
I don't like her. I probably would have been upset about that.
She's just got the one emotion syndrome. You see a
She's
lot of
in,
times.
Yeah.
Gonna be in Charlie's Angels, the new one.
Yeah. It looks like it may be a chance for her to break away from having the one
That's
emotion
kind
actress
of what I
syndrome.
think she's trying for.
Yeah. But yeah, no, as far as these castings go, I mean, I don't think they're terrible. The only one that I had a big about is the Matthew McConaughey.
Yes.
But I feel like that about every big actor. Like when you're in a role that I want you to be absorbed into, I don't want to just see Matthew McConaughey the whole time, you know?
I feel the problem
Well, I mean, he's gonna look the same. You're gonna see him.
You know what I mean.
I think the problem or the thing that I'm having trouble with Matthew McConaughey is the way that he does talk. Is regardless of his role, he talks like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm having trouble fitting with Two-Face. Because I'm having trouble picturing Two-Face going, all right.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not confirmed. Like I said, there's only one site you could find that says Matthew McConaughey is a
Yeah.
It's talked about, but I think it's so far down because the other ones. Basically, what happened is, if you weren't tracking, because obviously everyone tweets me in the news, Matthew McConaughey's rumor came out. Then immediately there was the Colin Farrell and the
Andy Serkis
rumors, and since I think those are farther along, I think they kind of just took over the rumor mill as to what was going on.
Okay, new Penguin casting, Andy Galifianakis. Or what's the guy's name?
Zach
Zach
Galifianakis? I was like, who the hell's
I
Andy
combined two
Galifianakis?
people.
He's Zach's brother.
Combined two people. Who's shoot? Who else am I thinking? I'm horrible with names.
You know what we should do is we should now start casting all the people who are no longer in the MCU, but cast them in DC movies. So like Chris Evans will be Two-Face.
That would be the worst.
We'll get Robert Downey Jr. to be Penguin.
Oh my God.
Stay with me here. Who's another one that's no longer in the movies anymore? Is Mark Ruffalo still on talks? He's still around, right?
Scarlett Johansson is Catwoman.
Scarlett Johansson.
Actually,
But they just CG Mark Ruffalo now, so it's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Remember, he's Professor Hulk.
I could see Paul Rudd as Batman.
Oh, for the record, I'm going to totally take this in a Hulk tangent. I know you guys probably didn't read the latest Immortal.
Not
It's
yet.
a status
Not
quo
yet.
setup issue. They just kind of tell you what's happened and where we're going.
He's about to spoil it for
Is
us.
he
Yeah,
about
that's
to
what
pull
I
an
said,
Andy?
yeah.
I am about to pull an Andy.
He's Andying it up.
No. I'm not. What happens in it is really cool. I'm not going to explain that part. But they do mention something that we've been kind of wondering since starting Immortal Hulk, because you know he's
Okay.
got all the personalities in the head.
Yes.
They question where is Professor and the hero Hulk.
Oh, the ones that
okay.
actually are the usual personality.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
and they
yeah,
literally
yeah.
question that.
Yeah,
and
like,
so-
hey, wait a minute.
Okay.
But I do like the fact that it was finally
That's a
brought
smart
up,
one.
like, oh, we got personalities
not
for
a dick.
everything. But
All I remember was the last one was so weird that
It was
I
weird.
had so
yeah.
trouble
I
keeping
couldn't really
alive.
follow that one.
Yeah.
they're back on
We
track
get to
now.
talk about
Okay,
that.
good.
The issue literally is like, okay, here's what's happening now.
Good.
And here's
Okay.
how we got here. I like this on our chat. Robert Downey Jr. should be Batman.
Yes.
I was going
He
to
would
put
be
him
like
as
an
Alfred.
aging You know,
Alfred with a green.
They should
a
they
green,
should recast Henry Cavill as Batman. Just throw everybody off.
It'll be like that episode of the animated series when they swapped roles.
But give him the
But Ben
mustache.
Affleck will then become Superman.
But give him the mustache.
Oh, yeah, the whole time.
Oh,
Did you guys see the latest Ryan Reynolds joke on that? So he's
Yes.
I didn't actually.
okay. I'll pull it up here, but just for description for podcast sake.
Sure.
It's an ad for Jim Aviation, and he's got a mustache, and he goes, "Jim Aviation won't make you a hero, but," and then he comes down and it's CG'd gone, and he's like,
That's actually pretty good.
At first, I thought he had legitimately figured out like how to shape it,
Yeah.
but then you see that it's
Like
CG.
it was like a quick cut. And
"Yeah,
like,
no, it's even better. It's full CG. You'll see it."
Well, wait, are you going to show it to me on the?
Yeah,
It's 17
Drink an
seconds.
aviation gin make you feel like a superhero?
It's literally like you can. I'll link it to our chat.
I wouldn't know.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's like a little commercial for aviation.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds should play
So we're casting our dream Batman movie.
Deadshot.
Yeah.
Ryan.
No, no,
No,
no.
Deadpool. Leave him as Deadpool.
No, Deathstroke. He should be the DC version of Deadpool.
Dude, that would be
Deadpool
hilarious.
was an answer to like the
He would be-
extreme villains of the 90s, like Deathstroke. So he should play both.
He would
Yes,
be-
for the record, Dylan, put
Kill
that on the
Puddle.
screen for post because you got to see that ad. It's hilarious.
It is good.
Just so we're clear, that is brilliant casting on my part, and I should work in Hollywood.
Pretty much.
I should
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as Red Tool.
Yeah.
That's literally the Deadpool thing made for Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
That was the Deadpool made for Harley Quinn. Then there was also the Deadpool made for the Deathstroke comic. I can't remember the guy's name, but they even make a comment that it would be very ironic that if another
Wasn't it
publisher
Wilson
sued
Wade?
them, something like that.
Yeah, it was like Wilson Wade or something like that.
and he goes, "Man, it'd be so ironic if another company sued us for how I'm acting right now."
Okay, so we're a little bit longer. I wanted to end this one at 40 minutes today, so we're going to do this part quick. And if the chat, if you guys enjoy it, let us know in the comments down below. We can do like a full episode on this concept. But the dark storylines from Tales of Multiverse shifted over to make a Justice League.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do some quick ones to wrap up today's shorter comics
I'm
experiment.
confused.
Okay. So we've got Lois Lane from Death of Superman,
Right.
obviously.
I'll
We've
eradicate
got Azrael Batman from...
No,
or,
it's like
or
digital
sorry,
Batman.
Yeah, it's Nanite Batman.
Nanite Batman.
I love how apparently they're going to swap everyone except Bruce. We're just going to make an evil Bruce.
Well,
What's the problem?
we're
don't
there
kill
going to get Black Lantern, Hal Jordan.
Okay.
It's got to be that.
We're going to get...
Or he'll die and someone else will take up the ring.
Either that, or I was actually thinking Batman Black Lantern, because I'm pretty sure in that story
It's
he
just
comes
various
back.
versions of Batman.
Well, Bruce Wayne's
Batman
dead, and
is
he comes
Superman.
back
So we're
as
just
the
doing
Black
Dark
Lantern
Knight.
Yeah, he does,
during
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. Then
No,
we've got...
he isn't dead. So
It's like a multiverse version of it.
no, it's
It's
one.
been so long since I read that story.
So okay,
Bruce Wayne was dead, and Dick
so
Grayson
Bruce
was
Wayne
Batman.
was
He
technically
wasn't
dead.
though. He was.
But at the time that this was going, it was known to the readers
Yeah.
that he was actually time traveling.
And it was
so
the
he
weird
wasn't
shit.
dead. I forget what that corpse was, but it wasn't Batman because when it tried to rise, it immediately fell apart because it wasn't Batman.
Right.
They thought
I
they
don't
were
remember that
they thought they
happening.
were reviving Batman in that story.
Well, anyway, Hal Jordan, Black Lantern.
Sure.
I would probably go with Wonder Woman from The Witching Hour, but
Okay.
keep her evil.
Okay, yeah,
that's a good one.
Solid.
I would probably go with...
Our chat says it was a Dark Side clone. That's right. Okay.
Okay. I would probably go with an evil Mara over an evil Aquaman.
She has a lot more that makes her angry.
Exactly. I feel like in her story, it would be one of
be a
those
Riddler.
ones where Aquaman either gets killed or exiled.
Okay.
And she is not held back and annihilates the world because
you know what?
she
Yeah, I
is
would've gone
incredibly
Orm.
powerful.
Orm becomes Aquaman.
Yeah, I would take
Well-
Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah, where he takes
See,
over.
I would go with-
Because you got to link it into a story. There's
See,
no
the reason-
storyline where Mara could take it.
Actually, there is. There's the one where she goes against the entire Justice League.
Too recent. They're doing classics.
Well, I mean, Witching Hour is kind of recent, but I'm keeping with potential ones. These are mine.
dream one.
Don't let him dream.
I would put the reason why I'd put Mara over Ocean Master is because a lot of these so far are heroes that went in a dark direction.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
not it's
That's
not
true.
an
You're
evil
right.
person that
Yeah,
became
yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise we would have gotten like Lex Luthor Superman version.
Right.
So
That
that's
would be
why
cool.
It would have been.
Well, actually, that would just be.
Rebirth.
Reverse Lex.
No. There was an animated movie where it was all the villains had become the heroes instead. Like Zod was Superman.
Oh yeah.
Batman
yeah.
was Kirk
No,
Langstrom.
that was
Wonder Woman was
the-
somebody from Apocalypse.
It was like a Halloween. They tried to make a dark version
Yeah, it
of
was,
all that.
Bruce Timm did like an alternate version where
Yeah, I remember they wanted that to take
off,
off, but it didn't.
I
Like
know,
they
I was
wanted it to
upset
go
about that,
places.
'cause I wanted like
Gods and Monsters.
Yeah, I wanted Sinestro to show up. as, like, their lantern.
Instead of Martian Manhunter, I think it would be McGann, and she went full white Martian and actually was the
Kill,
one to
like
kill all
John.
the
Yeah,
green
yeah.
Martians.
I like it. Salad.
And then
These are all
who-
good choices. All played by Michael
I'm
Cera in the
thinking
movie.
all played by Michael Cera. And then I feel like
Next movie, we're gonna give the Andy Michael Cera cut, where we're just gonna deep fake Michael Cera's head
would be
on everybody. in the-
Genius. Somebody work on that for me. Do Endgame. Like right at the end when they
Everyone-
all start popping out, it's all just Michael Cera.
that would be.
I don't have any
fantastic.
kind of skills, so I need
like
somebody
that.
to do this
I
for
like
me.
that. And then the problem with Cyborg is I feel like the only two directions they could go would be Murder Machine they've already done, and the deceased version where he gets like.
Well, I would
the
just say,
anti-life
well,
equation.
there was also like in Forever Evil where he's just taken over.
exactly like
by
with
the-
Cyborg,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
a
Like, it
the
excels the
technology
human part of
took
him,
over.
yeah.
That's Grid.
Grid.
Yes, that's the evil one.
I was like, that thing has a name when it becomes evil.
Am I missing anyone?
His name's Cyborg. Jesus.
Am I missing
Grid
anyone?
has a name.
This guy. Wolverine. Who would be?
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera.
I'm the best at what I do. Bob.
I mean, I don't have like a. I don't
But
have
with,
like a
not
good
with like
evil
facial
Justice
like
League.
stuck on. It's just a marker.
Sure. Yeah.
No, it's your facial hair done in the mutton chops though.
Yes.
So like the thinner.
Poor Michael Cera.
Poor bastard.
I wish this upon no one.
I wasn't going with that route. I was just saying like
just
that would
sounded
be
like
that would be like the thinner hairs like in a mutton chops look.
I was gonna say I don't have a good one for like a Dark Justice League. I like the Gods and Monsters one just because I like the idea of the evil characters
So-
becoming heroes.
yeah.
Actually,
Blackest Night speculation because even if we do film a full episode on this whole Dark Justice League concept next week,
Yes.
I think that issue will actually be out. I think it comes out Wednesday.
I think it comes out Wednesday.
I think
Yeah.
so.
And then after that is the Judas contract one.
Yeah, which is what Deathstroke wins.
Which Judas
But
contract?
it twists so it's a happy ending. Deathstroke wins. Him and Tara start a family. Right, but they wait.
Do they
till
wait for
she's
her to become of age, or
Yes. Or they
Make it
find a
legal.
country that it's okay
They
in.
make it. No, it's legal now.
they just go to Alabama?
And like they start their own Teen Titans.
There you go. Well, see, that's the question.
Come on, this would be awesome.
Oh god. See, I don't know what direction they would go with that because all the other
Yeah,
ones
I
they've
don't
gone
know.
with the main characters, unless that's going to relate somehow to the evil Blue Beetle that we've seen pictures of.
You know, he's in Batman Superman.
Yeah, no, none of
Batman
these. Yeah, none of these tales of the dark multiverse are actually related to the canon universe at this point. It's
I
ju-
thought
it's
these
like
are all
what-
going to become
So the
in.
canon ones that we
Oh,
know
I
about.
thought these were setting up for something.
No,
Well, now
this
I'm
is just
sad.
like all what if tales.
Yeah.
Now I
Like
am
Elseworld
sad.
stories. They're just calling them something different.
See, I like it because of the fact that being the tales of the dark multiverse, all of these are in canon.
Right.
Because
Well,
it's the dark
technically,
multiverse.
yeah,
like
they
you
are,
can't
yeah.
say it's
so they
not
could
in
like
canon.
run into them. But,
Exactly, and
But
that's-
yeah, they're
I
not
kinda-
like they're not going to appear in Justice League.
Yeah, it's Batman and Superman, the storyline there through the solicits and the current plot, we know that Shazam, Blue Beetle, and Donna are the infected.
Okay.
There are supposedly 3 others that are going to be infected to make his Justice League to fight against Legion of Doom.
Yes.
We don't know who they are yet. So
Tales of the
last,
Dark
hard, I'm
Multiverse.
last thing,
I'm
what
gonna-
other 3 heroes do you think are going to be infected in
what I was
actual?
gonna say.
Okay.
Damn it.
In actual comics?
Yeah.
Hawkman.
Maybe because they went obscure with Donna.
Because-
He's not running
Actually-
around though, isn't it?
No, he's not around right now.
Hawkman's in his own comic, but the reason why I pick him is because of how big of a role they've put Kendra. And because of how big of a role she has had, and the fact that she's been in a relationship with John Johns,
Sure.
I feel like that would be a great person to turn even more insane than Hawkman kind of is. Plus, he's got all of this weird multiverse stuff in his head right now.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like he would be a cool one to do. I'm really glad they did the Shazam.
Yeah,
'Cause he's a
Shazam's working
great
out really
one.
well. He's now so far he's fought against Black Adam and Mary Marvel now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
I'd go Red Hood.
That he's turning.
That he's turning.
I feel like
it's
that
like
would
his
do
own
nothing.
evil Robin. That's not like his crows that he kept
See,
coming
I-
around with on chains.
Red Hood could be interesting if he was, because then you basically go with the one that was already borderline evil.
Exactly.
To begin with, and he just made
Actually-
him
You just
evil.
like nick him a little bit, and he just goes.
I don't want to go
who
too
would-
much.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, yeah.
You'll go all
Okay.
Joker.
You know who would be great for them to turn? Green Arrow. So that they can like turn him and show how strong Green Arrow like actually
No,
is.
he's not.
And his actual thought process and like aim and stuff. I think that would be great.
only-
Oh.
I would love to see him try and take
Hawkman's
down
already
people.
infected in his comic.
Oh well, there you go. Good job. the only
Jim
green-
Gordon doesn't count for the league.
No, yeah.
Jim Gordon is supposed to be some extra thing, so that gives us two more. A lot of the chat is saying Supergirl's infected.
Oh, I think I saw that on a cover actually.
Yeah. Maybe. Let me see if I can find it on Google.
The only Green Arrow I would be afraid of is Stephen Amell, just because he's Jack. Normal Oliver. I
That's
kick
who
the
he
crap
turns
out of him.
into,
Yeah,
actually.
just Stephen Amell. Ah, that'd be cool. I don't know why I did that.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
Why
Stephen
when
Amell
I
does, yeah.
why when I was going to go Google search the infected Supergirl to see if that's been announced?
What did you
Did it
search?
autocomplete to say the infected super mushroom? What is an infected super mushroom, chat?
I don't know, but we can find out on 3 Beers and a Topic.
Who would be another one?
6 heroes. Okay. So we got Shazam, Blue Beetle already official.
Yes.
Hawkman and Supergirl. They have infected tie-ins.
I think they're gonna do Hawkman and Supergirl would be my guess.
And Blue Beetle?
Yeah, Hawkman's got a cover already.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then
Batman.
Batman's just gonna.
He just make 2 Batman who last.
Yeah, those are the only ones we have officially announced. Apparently, are those 4? Because
And Spider-Man.
after that, the remaining 2 members that infected are getting their own one-shots. Will hit shelves in December. Could probably find the solicits if I
Also,
deep
they will
dive.
probably infect Michael Cera. Imagine a Michael Cera who laughs.
How
How twisted would that be?
That's what the Supergirl looks like.
That's pretty sweet.
That looks like the Joker's daughter got Superman
Are we sure it's not
powers.
Joker's daughter?
I'm scared.
Scare aroused.
Shoot, who did I just have in my head?
Was it
I
Michael
mean,
Cera?
I'm surprised he
need
hasn't
to be there.
turned a Green Lantern. I would.
Yeah, I would-
I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like
Donna.
he would probably
Green
turn a
Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Maybe not Donna, because I remember them talking about Donna, but maybe Donna didn't get because that was going to be the Wonder Woman. I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, down. Oh, sorry. It's a song from the 50s. I got nothing. I don't know who I would pick. Honestly, if I was putting together an evil Justice,
Yeah.
Oh, there's the full cover.
it's pretty sweet. I'm sticking
Yeah.
around.
That is pretty
I
cool.
it.
Oh, there's the alternate cover. Oh, so she's gonna block a batarang trying to. I don't know.
I could see that.
It's an effective batarang. I've got this.
Why is she British?
I don't know.
Hello, Superman.
Fancy a chat, Batman who laughs.
She landed in Britain.
We should probably end this episode.
You're having
dude.
trouble. We haven't even done 3 beers at a
Doesn't hear
topic.
ya.
I was drinking at home before I came. I'm still a little drunk from breakfast.
Pre-game.
Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Comics Experiment. If you want us to kind of keep spitball, I'm going to stop our discussion on the evil Justice League because apparently most of them have been announced. So now we're just guessing.
Who
for
do you
no-
think it should be? Supergirl, Hawkman.
Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Shazam.
If you guys enjoyed this episode, please consider supporting us by subbing right here on Twitch, or you can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where you can get early access to this and many of our other videos. Join the entire Comicstorian army on one of our many tiers over there. You can also support us by going to our sponsor today, butcherbox.com/comics. Yeah. We like this sponsor because I like
Yes.
the meats.
They got some great meats. I don't know why I went in an accent.
They got great meat.
It's such good meat.
Does it only
I go
count
in an
as
accent.
one?
It's so good. I have to say it in a different
Sure,
accent.
that makes sense. Yeah.
On that note, guys, thank you for your time. We'll see you next time right here at... What are we, Andy? Do you even know what show you're on?
Comics Experiment.
Yeah.
It's on the TV behind me.
I saw his
Luckily, I
eyes.
looked at the screen.
He's like, I'm in the middle and I can see it.
Bye, guys.